People soon to be at war and Americans, welcome to a brand new video. Insane drama situation is unfolding. All of the insane situations are bubbling over and coming to a crescendo. You are not ready for what we are about to see, because I don't think any of you expected to see England become a dictatorship in your lifetime. Now, I'm not saying that is happening. I am saying that I want you to look at the word authoritarianism. This is a word that gets thrown around all the time. Literally all the time. Oh, Trump is authoritarian. Oh, the media cries somebody else is authoritarian. Let's look at the definition. So, the definition of authoritarianism is the enforcement or advocacy of strict obedience to authority at the expense of personal freedom. Now, let's say you personally don't want to go to war for some other country, but your country tells you you have to. Well, I don't know if that necessarily is an expense of personal freedom. It's pretty fucked up. Or what if, perhaps, you had something you wanted to say, however, you got arrested for your alleged freedom of speech? Well, that's a pretty authoritarian type of thing going on. That's pretty fucked up. That's pretty wild. So today, we're doing a deep dive into the so-called friend of the people, so-called fucking beautiful time. What a beautiful world we live in. Britain is 100% fucked. The United Kingdom is 100% fucked right now. They are silencing free speech. They are sending people to war. And quite literally, and frankly, and not trying to overdo things or overblow things too much, I did a little bit of research here. And I think England and the UK and Europe as a whole is kind of going down a rabbit hole of actual authoritarianism. So, let's crash out, guys. Subscribe for more chaos. Will this world end? Well, if it does, I will have a video to make on it. All the chaos, all the drama. Small cock Starmer has something to say. His people don't like him very much. 4% approval rating. He's eating the dogs. He's eating the cats. If the UK sends troops to Ukraine, this will trigger NATO. Oh, you don't say! All right. Anyway, let's see Starmer, the Prime Minister of the UK, speech in regards to the Ukraine situation. I know I'm gonna get canceled for this take. I'm not making any friends with this video, but I am honest, and that might be a crime in a couple of years if I live in the UK. So, anyway, let's take a look at this little 2-minute video before getting into the rest of this shit show.
First, we will keep the military aid flowing and keep increasing the economic pressure on Russia.
All right, endless money to Ukraine, all right? That first step. Step 1, endless money to Ukraine. They don't earn it. They're not entitled to it, but we'll give it to them anyway. Again, I'm not getting involved in the Ukraine-Russia shit right now because, as you know, I already made 2 videos covering all of that. So if you want to see my opinions, you could definitely go over there. I am covering this specifically to talk about England, okay? Endless money to Ukraine, and no never-ending war. That's crazy.
To strengthen Ukraine now. Second, we agreed that any lasting peace must ensure Ukraine's sovereignty and security, and Ukraine must be at the table. Third, in the event...
So, any peace deal needs Ukraine at the table, right? What if Ukraine didn't want peace, though? Hypothetically. What then? Huh? Gets a little difficult then. Because I saw a whole crash out between Zelenskyy and Trump. And, last I checked, Trump is the fucking peace guy. He says you gotta make peace at all times. There's people dying. And Zelensky's like, no! Justice! Justice! Defeat Russia! We must stop them! More troops! More military! Take back everything! Endless war! So, unfortunately, little Zelenskyy doesn't seem to want a peace treaty. Sorry about the volume on this Twitter video. Twitter's just kind of ass in this regard. Ukraine wants all its territory back. It does. It does. And realistically, the only way that happens is World War III. Because Russia's never giving that shit up.
In the event of a peace deal, we will keep boosting Ukraine's own defensive capabilities to deter any future invasion. Fourth, we will go further to develop a coalition of the willing to defend a deal in Ukraine and to guarantee the peace. Not every nation will feel able to contribute, but that can't mean that we sit back. Instead, those willing will intensify planning now.
It's crazy how Zelenskyy went to the White House, had a crash out with Trump, literally to virtue signal, and the entire world actually went full NPC brain to follow this mentality. And we're gonna get to the silencing of freedom of speech in a minute. Don't worry, because that's step 2 to authoritarian United Kingdom. But it is absolutely mind-boggling that there is this obligation on everyone in the world to contribute. America gave Ukraine, you know, between 150 and 350 billion dollars. Still waiting for Doge to look into where all that money went. It's going to be interesting. The content's going to be huge. Think of the content. It's going to be crazy. But it's always wild to see countries willing to spend billions of dollars on anything except for their own citizens, and then virtue signal to the point that other countries need to feel like they're doing that too. Trump got so much backlash on the world stage for telling Zelenskyy, bro, you ain't entitled to shit. Pay for this shit. It is wild to see that Zelenskyy managed to take that and use it to emotionally blackmail all of Europe to completely cave, because they are so fucking cucked, it is unbelievable. To the point that, get ready for it, baby.
With real urgency, the UK is prepared to back this with boots on the ground.
Men are going to war. That's right. It's not Ukraine's war anymore. It is a world war. Boots on the ground, baby. British soldiers entering Ukraine, fighting the battle. Are you in England? Did you sign up for this? Well, anywho, it's happening. Hope you're happy, baby, because this is a peace deal, baby. Hell yeah. Nothing like warmonger Trump, eh? He's the warmonger, right, guys? Right? Trump is the warmonger. Remember that? Remember when Trump was the guy that everyone in the media was saying was going to make wars?
And planes in the air.
Planes in the air, baby. Ain't stopping here. Hell yeah, boys. I don't know if you could sense the sarcasm.
With others. Europe.
I love how Europe decided, now that America isn't literally the fucking piggy bank of the entire world, Europe is like, oh my god, we should contribute too. It's gonna be crazy.
Let's do the heavy lifting. But to support peace in our continent and to succeed, this effort must have strong US backing.
More emotional blackmail for America to get involved.
We're working with the US on this point after my meeting with President Trump last week. And let me be clear, we agree with the President on the urgent need for a durable peace.
Right.
Now, we need to deliver together.
Yeah, but not through diplomacy, obviously, because they're, putting more people in the fucking military.
Finally, we agreed that leaders will meet again very soon.
That's nice.
To keep the pace behind these actions.
That's nice.
And to keep working towards this shared plan.
That's nice.
We are at a crossroads in history today. Mm-hmm. This is not a moment for more talk. It's time to act, time to step up and lead, and to unite around a new plan for a just and enduring peace.
All right, dumb question. All right, I'm going to ask you a dumb question that's not going to have an answer. I know people in my audience are going to be upset at me because of how dumb this question is, but why didn't England do this, I don't know, 2 years ago? Why do you think England is doing this now, not 2 years ago? I mean, this war has literally been going on for years. If England is getting involved in a fucking war, why didn't they do this earlier? Why are they only doing it now? Because they suck? Nope, that's the wrong answer. It's the wrong answer. It's because America suddenly isn't willing to just endlessly fund somebody else's war. So the money needs to come from somewhere else. It's almost like advantage was being taken of America the entire time under fucking Biden, Muppet Lord Biden, and whoever else is controlling that shit behind the scenes as the world's largest piggy bank, helping the fucking arms dealers on the planet make insane amounts of money. Kind of weird, huh? Kind of weird how that happened. Weird that Europe didn't do this the entire time because they just relied on America funding everything. Almost like America was getting the short end of the stick and Trump was, literally correct the entire time. United Kingdom Prime Minister Starmer committed to support Ukraine for the long haul, to fund them with $2 billion of missiles every year, I think. This is the precise movement when Zelenskyy becomes Europe's problem and the US needs to pull out of NATO. We won't be complicit in this war. Guys, it's kind of a crazy situation on our hands, huh? Damn, America finally learned how to pull out. Crazy how that happened. Continue the war instead of making some sort of peace treaty. Yeah, definitely a great strategy, guys. I don't know how Trump is the peacemaker and everyone else is the warmonger, but I am literally locked in and I'm excited to see where this is. I'm excited to see where this goes. It's hopefully gonna end very soon. I also want there to be some sort of peace because it's fucking awful. But all the chaos, all the content, all the drama, I will be here. It's kind of weird that I bet Starmer isn't gonna be on the front lines. That's just my hunch. I could be wrong. Maybe he's gonna be a foot soldier. I personally doubt it. It almost kind of seems like some sort of authoritarian ruler commanding his people to go ahead and do shit for some sort of greater good that he sees for himself, his country. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? It's gonna be crazy. Now, there's a moment here that I think is very telling. Very telling. So, Keir Starmer clashes with JD Vance when it comes to free speech in the UK. Now, Vance has always been a big fighter for freedom of speech, and he even went to Munich in Germany to give a whole speech about how there isn't free speech in the United Kingdom. And realistically, he's right. Realistically, he's just correct. So when Starmer came here, Starmer decided to put his foot down. So today, we are going to absolutely eviscerate this fucking bullshit news that there's freedom of speech in the UK. I'm trying to paint a picture here, an authoritarian picture here, and I think it's pretty important to look at this from my perspective, because my perspective tends to always be right. Definitely subscribe for more of the correct perspective. That will probably get me canceled on Twitter.
In his remarks at the Munich Security Conference, Vice President Vance condemned free speech violations in the UK, particularly. Could you respond? What is your message?
I have an idea. We have the man right here. Come on. Let's go, JD. We're putting you on stage.
Great.
Right.
Yeah, look, I said what I said, which is that we do have, of course, a special relationship with our friends in the UK and also with some of our European allies. But we also know that there have been infringements on free speech that actually affect not just the British. Of course, what the British do in their own country is up to them, but also affect American technology companies and by extension American citizens. So that is something that we'll talk about today at lunch.
We've had free speech for a very, very long time in the United Kingdom, and it will last for a very, very long time.
Oh!
I mean, certainly we wouldn't want to reach across US citizens, and we don't, and that's absolutely right. But in relation to free speech in the UK, I'm very proud of our history there.
Yeah, so he humbly disagrees because he is very proud of the free speech in the UK. I have someone in my chat that's saying that he legally cannot agree with me about free speech in the UK because the UK is in fact the most free speech in the world. Now, being that you're incorrect, and I will prove that soon, I mean no offense of course, I wanted to show you Asmongold's reaction to this little discussion. It's only a minute, don't worry. And then I will go into exactly the fact of how the free United Kingdom does not have free speech. They could lie in the United Kingdom, like the fact that he says there's free speech, but they don't have free speech, and I will prove that to you. I don't think people understand that Europe is literally heading towards an authoritarian regime change, and the craziest part is the amount of immigration is changing all the demographics in all the countries, and you're not allowed to talk about it or they arrest you. It's actually regressing in every possible way. It is mind-boggling and it's scary. This is what they say, like as Napoleon Bonaparte once said, it's so over, gamers. So anyway, brother, he was making a joke. Yeah, all right.
Could you respond? What is your message?
I have an idea. We have the man right here. Come on. We're putting you on stage.
Great. Yeah, look, I said what I said, which is that we do have, of course, a special relationship with our friends in the UK and also with some of our European allies. But we also know that there have been infringements on free speech that actually affect not just the British, but also affect American technology companies and by extension American citizens. So that is something that we'll talk about today at lunch.
We've had free speech for a very, very long time in the United Kingdom, and it will last for a very, very long time.
I wanted you to watch this twice because you gotta understand what he's saying. All right, free speech, long time.
Well, no, I mean certainly we wouldn't want to reach across US citizens, and we don't, and that's absolutely right. But in relation to free speech in the UK, I'm very proud of our history there.
Well, that makes one of us, right?
2023, 1440, arresting you on suspicion of improper use of the electronic communications network.
They got
Arrested on the suspicion of misuse of the electronics communication network. Weird.
the police showing up to this dude's house over Facebook comments. This is the UK. The relevant law of the Communication Act of 2003. Electronic communications which are grossly offensive or indecent or obscene or menacing or false or for the purpose of causing annoyance, inconvenience, or needless anxiety to another.
Did you post something on Twitter that caused needless anxiety to another? Well, that's jail time, brother.
There it is. And there is the law right there. Wow.
Yeah, that is a law. So now I'm going to show you just a couple of funny moments. I'll show you this after. Just a couple of funny moments that happened after everyone tore Starmer, the Prime Minister of England, tore him to absolute shreds. This was literally a week ago. Thousands of real criminals go uninvestigated. 2 detectives call on a grandmother. Her crime? She went on Facebook to criticize the labor counselors at the center of the Hope You Die WhatsApp scandal. Come out, it's the Thought Police. Yeah, they arrested a grandma, guys. They arrested a grandma, everybody, for mean messages on the internet. Or what about this? I thought this was a pretty funny video, pretty important. So this is just a classic example of the police, you know, tackling violent crime. Well, as you can see, this is February 28th. This just fucking happened. All right. What's the violent crime that they're here to investigate?
I need to do some inquiries.
Sure.
Part of those inquiries is in relation to having to interview you about an allegation, okay, an incident at Facebook.
Oh, an allegation of a Facebook incident. All right. I mean, let's not talk about the illegal, the migrants raping children. That shit, we don't need to talk about that. An allegation of a Facebook incident? Sheesh! Guys, this is the authoritarianism that they were so scared of about Trump getting elected, by the way.
Okay, so I can get the matter dealt with. I'm asking you to come down to the police station voluntarily.
Oh, to the police station. That's it, voluntarily. All right, they didn't get a fucking warrant. Oh my fucking God.
So we can do what is still a PACE compliant interview, and you've been entitled to 3 independently.
No, I don't need it, but yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I was looking to do it on Sunday at 12 o'clock. Is that any good to you?
Sunday. Should be.
Yeah. Can I give you that? Put my number on it.
Yes.
And then if there is any problems, I'm on duty today until...
Can you not give me any details of it now? And why can we not just speak now? Why do I need to come down there?
Because
It's alright, it's fine.
No, I don't want you to lose the dog.
It's not like that.
I need to do it by way of interview, and the best way for me to do it, and the best way for you to be really doing it is a problem.
Well,
This is unbelievable.
I think we've got it here.
Imagine needing to fuck up your entire day to go to the police station to talk about a Facebook incident.
I'm not going to do it that way.
Well, do I have to come?
Well, at the moment, I'm leaving it open for a voluntary interview.
Well, I want to know
Which case you've done
what can I be charged with then? What is the alleged crime?
As I say, it's a racial matter.
Yeah, but
A racial matter?
Malicious communications.
Malicious communications.
Indeed.
Yeah, he's getting pulled into the police station for malicious communications, guys. This isn't authoritarianism at all. Well, who knows? At least this guy is not in, like, fighting a war in Ukraine yet. Am I right, guys?
Okay. And how have I... What's malicious? Malicious communications. Malicious would mean that I had intent to harm someone, sure?
So that's what we'll be looking
Can you confirm that malicious means...
That's what I've discussed with you.
No, can you confirm what your definition of malicious means,
Malicious
please?
communications, okay, is making comments on an open forum, is social media, which is deemed to be offensive.
Offensive?
Deemed to be offensive. Look at that.
Who cares what's offensive?
Well, I can discuss that with you in more detail when you come and speak to me.
It'll be a very entertaining conversation, I'm sure. But it baffles me that by looking at you guys, you don't seem to be far leftist nutters. So we'll talk about this on Sunday. But
That's the best place for it. We're police officers, and
I've got no hate in my...
Who dictates what's offensive? Oh, interesting question. The person with authority dictates what's offensive. Good question, chat. I'm glad we're all on the same page. Every time I have like an unbelievable hot take, you know, I get ripped to shreds on the internet. So now you know what we're doing? We're actually giving you all the context. You will draw the conclusions yourself. All right, motherfuckers? Yeah, it's decided offensive by the authority. When the authority decides you're offensive and can jail you, that is what they call authoritarianism. Exactly the thing that they called Trump.
Whatever. I only hate for people that prey on the innocent or lie. That's my only hate. So I'll be glad to come and talk about whatever it is on Sunday. Yeah, no, I've got to understand where I'm coming from.
Tunbridge, I'm from Maidstone.
You've got to understand where I'm coming from. You've got 2 policemen at my house, plainclothes policemen, talking to me about some conversation that I've had on Facebook. Simply about political things, the fact that there's Black Lives Matter destroying London, things like that. In no way in any of them conversations, which I'm sure you've got.
Say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that guy is going to go in on Sunday and hopefully come out, maybe. 4 violent criminals released from prison early to make room for hate speech offenders. Hey guys, don't worry. Don't worry, guys. At least priorities are in order, am I right? Hell yeah, priorities are in order in England. Yeah, here, this is another banger video. Check this one out. All right, this is freedom of speech in the United Kingdom. Prime Minister Starmer himself is a big fan of this one. Look at this.
Well, what did it need to come to?
All right, so why is the police here? That's what everyone wants to know.
Because I don't understand. I posted something that he posted. You come to arrest me. You don't arrest him. Why has it come to this? Why am I in cuffs? Because it's...
All right, so this guy is in handcuffs because he reposted something that someone else posted. All right, let's just put this into perspective here for a second.
Something he shared, then I shared.
because someone has been caused, obviously, anxiety.
Someone was caused anxiety. You know what? Your retweet caused someone anxiety. Get in cuffs. Get to prison. One-way ticket. Your penis is small. It's not even orange like mine. And unfortunately, you're cooked, baby. Yeah. Jail time. Jail time, guys. Hell yeah.
Based upon...
Can you imagine if PewDiePie posted his fucking controversial videos back in the day when he was still living in England? He would have posted one of his he would be in jail. He would have been arrested 100% for his videos.
Your social media sites. Why are you being arrested?
Yeah, he retweeted something and it offended people. Someone got offended by his retweet, guys. It's crazy. All right, what about this one? Huh? Here's a good one. This is British police and a psychologist showed up in a man's home because he wrote on social media, Christians must stand up after an Islamist attack. In UK and Europe, there is no freedom of speech. JD Vance is right.
I'm Joe, PC Turner.
Thank you. So what's this about then?
So it was just a few
I won't film
concerns.
it recorded.
Yeah.
Just a few concerns.
It's smelly right now.
Few concerns, guys.
He's like a mop, he just everything up.
It's lovely.
So why are you here today, sorry?
Great question.
No, you can all sit down, it's not a problem. You've literally just missed the missus and that. They've gone out like 10 minutes ago. So what's the issue?
So it's just, you know, obviously what we've been told, that you might have a few concerns, a few things that are bothering you at the moment.
Yeah.
Whether there's
That's
anything...
bothering.
Yeah, what's bothering you, bro? What's bothering you?
You're here?
You get where this video is going. Basically, what's bothering you, bro? What's bothering you? You wrote something offensive on the internet and we're taking you to prison. That's kind of the net all. Now, I want you to realize that this is currently an England problem. It's currently a Europe problem. And I know a lot of people are upset. Obviously, that Trump is the president because people need to live in echo chambers and shit. And, you know, Trump is, like, apparently murdering trans people. I haven't heard of any cases like this, but that's apparently what he's doing, according to the internet. Yeah, the internet told me Trump is causing a transgender holocaust. I have seen no evidence, but I believe it entirely. So this is what you would have gotten if Kamala Harris would have won. Just want to make this clear. This isn't just a Europe problem. This is a far left problem right now. It's absolutely insane. All right? Get ready, dog, because this is what you almost got in America.
That is placed on these social media sites to understand their power. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people.
All right, so people on social media sites talking to millions of people directly. What are we going to do?
Without any level of oversight or regulation.
We have to regulate people talking to people on social media. Now again, I'm not trying to jump to conclusions. This is how democracy dies, okay? Literally, democracy dies in darkness. We're going to just let people talk to people and tell people things on the internet without oversight? Motherfucker, that's insanity! Freedom of speech in 2025? Holy ballsack!
And that has to stop.
That has to stop, says the lady. Yeah, everyone needs to only get their news through CNN. If you hear anything that's not from CNN, don't believe it, dog. Don't believe that shit. That's not authorized. We might arrest you for hearing the opinions of people we don't like. Hell yeah, dude. North Korea based, am I right?
Okay, right away.
Yeah.
There's no way to misconstrue that.
What does that mean?
Oversight and regulation for free speech is ridiculous.
Yeah, totally.
Just that alone, there's no way to misconstrue that.
I'm glad that even Joseph Rogan believes that shit. Even Joseph Rogan thinks that. Holy balls. Dude, literally. Do you see how insane this is? Even Joseph himself is literally sitting here and be like, wait a second, did she just want to ban freedom of speech? Yes, she did, yes. She was gonna go the way of all the far left friends over in Europe. Yeah, that would have happened. Literally, that is where it was going. People don't know enough about this shit. People don't see what actually goes on, and someone has to. So this is Rowan Atkinson, all right? He plays Mr. Bean, Johnny English. So I'm not gonna show you his entire speech, but he gave this speech a year ago. And I'll be real here. I think it's such a important speech, because to be honest, he understands the fucking issues in the United Kingdom. And I think a lot of people in the United Kingdom also understand that these are massive problems in the United Kingdom. Like, there's an insane amount of immigration going on in the UK to the point that there are, like, gangs of rapists and shit, all right? Like, literally, gangs of rapists that somehow fly by under the radar in the United Kingdom. And if you call out these immigrants that clearly did not assimilate properly into British culture, they arrest you for your racist opinions. Like, are we all on the same page? So anyway, let's watch the most British man alive and his opinion on all this.
Point when it comes to the consideration of any issue relating to free speech is my passionate belief that the second most precious thing in life is the right to express yourself freely. The most precious thing in life, I think, is food in your mouth.
Understandable.
And the third most precious is a roof over your head. But a fixture for me in the number 2 slot is free expression, just below the need to sustain life itself.
Are you spitting?
That is because I have enjoyed free expression in this country all my professional life, and fully expect to continue to do so. Personally, I suspect highly unlikely to be arrested for whatever laws exist to contain free expression because of the undoubtedly privileged position that is afforded to those of a high public profile.
Do you see what he's saying? He's basically saying, I'm a fucking actor. Everybody loves me. I'm gonna be fine, all right? I'm not gonna actually get arrested for saying my opinions, but other people will. Like, this is a actual genuine issue.
So my concerns are less for myself and more for those more vulnerable because of their lower profile. Like the man arrested in Oxford for calling a police horse gay.
A guy got arrested for calling a police horse gay. Horse lives matter, for the love of shit. It is important. That horse was dreadfully offended when you called the police horse gay. Not only was that rude to my horse, but it was rude to my lover. Also the horse, said the policeman, probably related to Younger from the Young Turks. Dude, like, are we living in the same reality? Are we actually living in the same real life? I don't know. I feel like we're not. You want context for that take? Here's context. All right, another unbelievable leftist talking point. You're all gonna love it.
Here comes the controversial part, the part I shouldn't say. I believe that if I were the benevolent dictator of the world, I would legalize bestiality where you are pleasuring the animal. You see what I'm saying?
With all due respect, no one sees what you're saying. But you know who does? The gay police horse in the United Kingdom. He believes what you're saying. That's right. Hell yeah, dude. I'm glad we're all coming full circle here. You do not want to call a police horse gay, you might get arrested in the United Kingdom. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Or the teenager arrested for calling the Church of Scientology a cult.
Hot take? The teenager was right. The Church of Scientology is a fucking cult. It literally is a cult. For the love of fuck, it's actually a cult. And he called it a cult. And he got arrested for calling a cult a cult. This isn't just, you know, like lies and manipulation and propaganda and shit that they're arresting people for, which, by the way, I think is also a problem. They're arresting people for telling the fucking truth. If it goes against whatever narrative they're trying to push. They arrested people for calling the Church of Scientology a cult. I have never seen anyone arrested for insulting Christians, by the way. Just letting you know, in case you're curious. Oh my, or Israel. All right, people don't get arrested for that shit. You know, like, but yeah, dude, you call a cult, you're cooked. It's Jover.
Or the cafe owner arrested for displaying passages from the Bible on a TV screen.
These things don't sound real. I'll be honest with you. These things do not sound real, okay? Literally. If showing Bible passages in your own fucking cafe is offensive to the point of getting arrested, you're cooked. You are actually cooked. Literally fucking cooked. So anyway, he gives this pretty crazy speech.
When I heard of some of these more ludicrous offences and charges, I remembered that I had been here before in a fictional context.
He played characters in different shows, all right? He played characters in different shows that were less retarded than the shit that he's actually seeing this, or whatever. Like, dude, unbelievable. Like, wildly unbelievable shit. Now, the United Kingdom, the insanity of this all, literally the insanity of all of this is the fact that, hilariously enough, not only are we reliving 1984, but these are the fuckers that call Trump a warmonger and a fascist. They call Trump an authoritarian warmonger. Trump is the only guy that is trying to make peace. Literally the only guy trying to make peace in the world right now. Because all of Europe decides that they'd rather virtue signal and fund Ukraine and put boots on the ground in an endless war. They were projecting like crazy, calling him a fascist, dictator, authoritarian warmonger, when this is the shit going on. So anyway, Paul Joseph Watson, he's a British fellow, which, I mean, whatever. Listen, as someone that is equally racist against anyone except for British people, because British people, they get lower, honestly. On the racist tier list, all right, so everyone immediately falls into B tier, like in general, but then you got some exceptions. Some exceptions apply, all right? So British people get the C tier treatment, honestly. French people drop down to D tier. We're not going to get into the racist tier list because I feel like that's going to be a little controversial. But anyway, this guy, he's British, and he talks about British problems, and he's going to have a much more insightful take than I am. So I wanted to look into his coverage of all this shit, but I want to make it very clear, very, very clear, that the authoritarians are not America right now. Literally not America right now. Quite to the contrary, in fact.
Oh, this was a bit awkward for Keir Starmer.
I said what I said, which is that we do have, of course, a special relationship with our friends in the UK and also with some of our European allies. But we also know that there have been infringements on free speech that actually affect not just the British. Of course, what the British do in their own country is up to them, but also affect American technology companies and by extension American citizens. So that is something that we'll talk about today at lunch.
We've had free speech for a very, very long time in the United Kingdom.
No, actually, we've had free speech for a very long time in the United Kingdom.
We might.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's actually insane. Like, bro, Europe is so cooked. If I wouldn't, like, enjoy the chaos and like a little bit of insanity from now and again, I would be crying right now. I would be a puddle of sludge, tears, and cum. So, thank fucking God, I love some chaos. Subscribe for more chaos. We cannot change the world, but we can at least laugh at it instead of cry about it. Subscribe.
Done, but not anymore.
And it will last for a very, very long time.
All right, now I am going to interrupt JD Vance and censor him to prove that we have freedom of speech in England. All right, guys, definitely lock in.
Well, no, I mean, certainly we wouldn't want to reach across US citizens, and we don't, and that's absolutely right. But in relation to free speech in the UK, I'm very proud of our history there.
Oh, it's so nice how proud he is of his history there. Meanwhile, people get arrested for praying next to abortion clinics.
It's history because it's in the...
Nux would have a mental breakdown if he wasn't capitalizing off of this insanity. Listen, you could always trust me to look out for my own best interest. I love chaos a little more than I care about human life. All right, listen, you might consider that a relatively sociopathic take, but I cannot lie. All right, that was a joke. That was a joke! It was a joke, guys! It was literally a joke! I'm kidding. I love human life. Human life is great. It's almost as good as chaos and drama, all right? I was like...
Past, not the present.
We've had free speech for a very, very long time in the United Kingdom.
Really? Like when a 54-year-old grandmother got a home visit from the Thought Police.
Why did they visit her? Is she a terrorist? Did she, like, support Hamas? Oh, no, never mind. I forgot that you're allowed to support Hamas in the United Kingdom. You see, freedom of speech is only illegal if you go against movements that they decide are bad. They dictate what is offensive or not. They have the authority to do that. Not saying that they're authoritarian or anything, but apparently posting memes on Facebook is more offensive than supporting genocidal terrorists.
From the police.
Oh, the police?
Officer Helen.
And what did they want to grill her about?
Well, maybe she's a terrorist. Maybe she, like, set car bombs. Maybe she poisoned the Gotham City water supply.
What dangerous vocal cord violation did she commit? Well, it was actually a Facebook post in which she... Wait for it. Criticised Labour councillors.
No! She criticized the people in power and then they got her arrested for it? Trying to remember the last time in history people were arrested for dissenting opinions. Sounds a little like Nazi Germany, but nah, I can't be thinking of that.
Said about one of them, quote, "Let's hope he does the decent thing and resigns." That's it. That's lit.
Bro, I thought it was more than that. Wait, she just said, "Let's hope he resigns," and they fucking visited him? No! You can't make this shit up. Listen, you can either laugh or cry. Those are the options. Sometimes when the chaos gets shitty and the slop goes insane, dog, that's what's happening. Oh my fucking God, dude. Holy shit. Least fragile European. Am I right, gamers? Listen, I'm not trying to insult the Europeans in my audience. You guys are cool. Appreciate you guys. Nux wouldn't survive 1 hour in the UK. Bro, they would stop me at the fucking passport booth. They wouldn't let me off the fucking plane. She said he should resign and they arrest her. Bro, listen, you can either cry or laugh, and I choose laugh, goddammit. I will bring you informative shit, but don't take me as your news source, all right? I am commentary and entertainment. I am not to be trusted, all right? Listen, this is fucking crazy.
Literally it.
Okay. We'll give you a call on your phone, okay? I'm not going to stand out here if you're not going to speak to me.
Police conceded the 54-year-old had committed no crime, yet Mrs. Jones says she has effectively been silenced by the officers.
Yeah, no shit. Police fucking show up to your house after a Facebook post? Oh my lord.
She was intimidated by them calling at her door and is too terrified to post on social media again.
Well, they did their job. That was the job, guys. That was the job.
What was that again, Kier?
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
Oh, you mean like in Scotland, where if you live anywhere near an abortion clinic, praying in...
Oh my god, dude, no. I know about this one. JD Vance talked about it, no.
Inside your own home near a window could be deemed illegal.
Did you guys catch that shit?
Clinic. Praying inside...
No. In general, this applies in public places within the safe access zone. However, activities in a private place such as a house within the area of protected premises and the boundary of a zone could be an offense if they could be seen or heard within the zone and are done intentionally or recklessly. Praying in your own home near a window within 200 meters of an abortion clinic could get you arrested. Like, guys, what the fuck? This is 1984. Reckless praying? What does that mean, reckless praying? A fucking silence prayer? Like, this is unbelievable. Absolutely wild and unbelievable. That's gotta be cap. This is not cap, it's real. That is real. It literally is real. Oh my god, dude. I bet you no Muslim was ever arrested for this, by the way. I bet you this is like a 100% Christian arrest, people.
Inside your own home near a window could be deemed illegal.
I should be really clear. Praying in of itself is not an offence under...
Oh, that's nice! Praying in itself is not an offence.
Under this bill, we are not banning prayer under the Act.
Performative prayer. If you're standing at a window with your hands together in front of your face in that classic kind of, you know, that classic image of prayer. If you're standing at a window so people can see you, then... could it be interpreted as an offence?
That then depends on who's passing the window and whether anybody
so he's not
can
wrong,
actually...
is it?
Oh my fucking god. If you're praying next to a window and it's very obvious that you're praying, like your hands are together in prayer or something, someone's passing the window, might get offended. That's a crime. We arrest you. We throw your ass in prison to get stretched by migrant gangs before we release them for more space in the prison for all of the people that might potentially pray next to other windows. There are lots of windows in England, laddie. Hello? What the fuck? Arresting people that are doing prayer in windows because it might offend people walking down the street? Dude, you know, I'm just saying, according to the Quran, okay? According to the Quran, anyone that worships Jesus as God is worshipping a false God and worthy of the death penalty. All right? This is just a thing. So what if they would get offended to see any Christian pray to Jesus? I'm just asking. Like, would that be counted as offensive? Forget the abortion clinic shit. Like, I'm just asking. So, like, where's the line? There is no line. There literally is no line. The answer is there is no line. All right? I'm just trying to catch you guys up on it. There is no line. The line is whatever the authority says is okay. That's authoritarianism.
Praying outside near an abortion clinic? Oh no.
Are you standing here part of the protest? Are you praying?
I might be praying in my head.
So I'll ask you once more, will you voluntarily come with us now to the police station?
She's praying in her head and they're bringing her to the police station. Oh.
I need to ask you some questions.
Lock her up.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
Or how about the case of a man jailed for sending offensive emails to politicians? He got 28 weeks in the slammer and a 5-year restraining order.
All right, so, wow, holy shit. I mean, I wonder what the emails are. If they're death threats and shit, like, that's maybe an incitement of violence. Maybe that gets further. I don't know. But if it's just offensive emails, you're going to arrest someone for 25 weeks? 2 years in prison?
The Labour MP who viciously and repeatedly punched someone in the head on the street, suspended sentence.
What's the priorities? The priorities is whoever is with the authority gets a pass. Whoever is against the authority doesn't get a pass. They'll arrest someone for mean comments, but they won't arrest someone for actual assault as long as they're on the right side of history. Guys, does that sound like authoritarianism to you?
Just so I'm clear about the British justice system, I can punch someone repeatedly in the head, but I can't post on Twitter that I'm going to punch someone repeatedly in the head.
Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy! Holy fuck! Dude, we're living in the Psychopaths anime.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
They literally lock up people for Facebook posts, silent prayer, and grannies get police visits for telling politicians to resign. But yeah, we have free speech other than that. Exactly. Elon in the replies. The media's reaction to this was very interesting. Thanks to Ground News, the sponsor of today's video, I can instantly access...
Alright.
You more...
Alright, baby. We keep going.
BBC fact-checked Vance, claiming his assertion that free speech infringements were taking place in the UK was without evidence.
I fucking hate the BBC. Whoever gets their news from the BBC is like actually a walking retard, I think. Like, the BBC fucking manipulates the truth like to such a wild degree. And honestly, I'll be real here. If you get your news from the BBC, you're lost. You've already lost the game. You have lost the game. Like, dude, the BBC says that Vance is wrong. So people that get their news through the BBC are just gonna be like, oh, well, Vance is wrong. You wanna know something? The BBC, which by the way is funded by USAID suspiciously, do you wanna see something the BBC did last week? This was on my radar when I was looking into certain other controversies and drama. All right, check this out. The BBC had to issue an apology for this. Are you ready? The BBC has been exposed for removing references to Jews and jihad from its Gaza documentary, altering the translation and video. All right, you ready? Because you're about to watch pure propaganda on the BBC. Check it out, guys.
بس أكدت لنا هاي الفيديوهات إنه هو ما كانش متخبي تحت الأرض، إنه بالعكس هو بقاوم بجاهد ضد اليهود.
It translated Yahud, which means Jew in Arabic. Zero possible obfuscation. It means Jew. They translated it as Israeli forces. They also translated jihad, which is colloquially used as murdering people that oppress you. All right. She literally said jihad, and they replaced jihad with resisting. Jihad against Jews was switched to resisting Israeli forces. This is a whole ass other fucking sentence. This is on the BBC. All right.
بس أكدت لنا هاي الفيديوهات.
That's the BBC translation. Here's the Telegraph translation.
إنه ما كانش متخبي تحت الأرض، إنه بالعكس هو بقاوم بجاهد ضد اليهود.
Which is the actual translation. Jihad against the Jews, not resisting Israeli forces. Like, this is unbelievably fucked. This isn't journalism. It is propaganda 100%. If you get your news from the BBC, you're cooked. You're cooked. They'll actually just, again, switch around fucking situations, literally manipulate genuine translations to such an unbelievable way to literally just fit their own narrative. So yeah, when JD Vance says something that is categorically, unequivocally true, the BBC will say that Vance has no evidence for his claim. That's the world we're living in right now.
Without evidence, okay, you want me to go on? Another police home visit for a man who responded to an Islamic terror attack by posting, quote, Christians must stand up.
Yeah, so I'm an Orthodox Christian. Now you've turned up at my house because I went and see my priest. So I'm going to get you all on film because this is going straight to my solicitor. So because I've questioned about the church not acting on the behalf of Christians, you're now turning up here with mental health nurses assuming that I'm some right-wing nutter.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
Sam Mellier in prison for 2 years for distributing stickers criticising mass immigration.
Ain't no way distributing stickers got him arrested. The stickers included the phrases like, reject white guilt, it's okay to be white, and love your nation. Did you give out a sticker saying it's okay to be white? Well, to the slammer with you, bitch. This is crazy. This is what authoritarianism looks like.
The stickers included the phrases reject white guilt, it's okay to be white, and love your nation. Lock him up.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
Same judge let off a literal nonce for having kiddie pics.
There's no way. There's no fucking way.
Free speech in the UK.
Same judge.
Far-right activist from Putsy jailed over race hate sticker library. Man caught with sex images of children as young as 3 avoids jail term. Oh, people in chat are starting to believe my statements here. Turns out Vance was right, even though the media said he was wrong. Turns out when Vance said something that was demonstrably correct, and the entire media came down on him saying that he lied, maybe he was actually right. You heard it correctly, guys. Heard it correctly. Distributing stickers, not as bad as pedophilia. Hell yeah, welcome to clown world, bitches. The next Joker moment is coming. Bro, you don't understand, dude. I get so much shit until I actually prove my points. But my points, they're real. They're real.
Judge let off a literal nonce for having kiddie pics. Oh, apparently that's protected speech.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
But the 61-year-old man who chanted, "Who the fuck is Allah?" and told police officers, quote, "You're not English anymore," outside a protest in Downing Street. 18-month prison sentence.
18 months! Bro, a year and a half in prison for yelling at somebody? Yeah, it wasn't nice of him, but fuck, this is crazy.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
Lee Dunn guilty of racially aggravated social media posts. Sounds really bad, what were they? A bunch of boomer tier AI memes showing Asian men with the caption, quote, "coming to a town near you."
AI generated memes. Got him imprisoned, guys.
That's it. 8 weeks in prison, lock him up.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
Derek Heggie, guilty of making racially aggravated comments during a YouTube live stream. Wow, these vocal cord vibrations must have been particularly abhorrent. What were they?
Oh my god, this is crazy.
He said, quote, "Young white girls are being raped by these grooming gangs."
Wait, that's just true! Wait, stop! Hold up! Young white girls are being raped by these grooming... That literally is true! That's literally true! No! No! Oh my god, dude. Bro, the poor UK people, holy shit. And everyone in Europe is going through this. People don't talk about this, you know why? Because the fucking media doesn't like this shit. They lie. People don't even know this is happening. My own chat didn't know this was happening. Oh, Lord. This actually happened. I made a video about this before.
But that's true. Doesn't matter. 10 months in prison.
10 months? What the fuck?
Up.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
Thousands of arrests every year for mean tweets. 250,000 non-crime hate incidents recorded across England and Wales. The vast majority of which are for free speech, which the victim deemed to be offensive. Police home visits for Telegraph columnists, during which they won't even tell her who complained or what offensive thing she supposedly said. Efforts to ban controversial conversations between employees in pubs.
Are you in a pub? Did you ask your coworker, "Hey, what's your thoughts on Trump?" Jail time, baby! Jail time! You must become an NPC drone. Follow our orders, fight our wars, do our shit, obey us. 1984, part 2.
Yeah, free speech in the good old UK is thriving, according to Sir Keir.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
At one point last year, they were locking up so many people for speech crimes. Actual violent criminals had to be released.
No, dude, I thought that was a meme. There's no fucking way.
The UK Police Commissioner even threatened to extradite US citizens and jail them in the UK for...
What? What is happening? So, wait, hold up. Wait, dude. When Vance said to Starmer that this is even affecting United States citizens, he was 100% right. Vance was literally correct with everything he said. Bro did not have not one lie detected.
The mean words online. They were all...
Guys, I'm never going to England. I'm never going to England, guys. What the fuck?
So literally arresting people for being wrong on the internet.
A woman has been arrested by Cheshire Police in relation to an inaccurate information on social media.
Inaccurate information on social media? Oh my fucking god. Oh Lord, some grandma on Facebook posts something, "Hey, I heard that there are side effects to the COVID vaccine," and then she immediately gets arrested for misinformation. What is going on? What is happening?
About the attacker in the Southport murders.
But don't believe your lying guys. According to Sir Keir, none of that ever happened. According to Starmer, this is all just fantasy. And in reality, for free speech in the UK, it's a literal fucking golden age.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
Fuck, man, that's insanity. Insanity. You know, and yeah, so basically Starmer lied. He lied to Vance. Vance was literally correct. Starmer was literally a liar. The BBC, of course, defended Starmer and vilifies Vance because, of course, obviously, they're gonna change situations around to do that shit. I love how he's sitting there holding his legs in place like he's a fucking mannequin. But anyway, yeah, so shout out to the United Kingdom, land of the free. Free speech in the United Kingdom. That's what it's all about, boys. Hell yeah. Enjoy your wars. I hear you're putting boots on the ground, guys. I hear you guys are putting boots on the ground. That's pretty exciting. Hell yeah. All the peacemakers out here. I'm glad that they're fighting against fascists like Donald Trump, who believes in the heresy of freedom of speech and not endlessly funding wars, and instead of that, trying to actually end the wars. That's pretty fucking crazy. Shout out to those guys. Definitely subscribe for more insane opinions that would get me imprisoned in the United Kingdom, and I'll see you in the next one, big boys. Bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.